All right, good morning. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Atchison County Commission meeting for Monday, November 10th. We are meeting this morning on a Monday rather than a Tuesday to canvass our recent election. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and our county clerk will provide roll call.
Commissioner Quinn,
Present.
Commissioner Knoll,
Here.
Commissioner Campbell.
Here.
All right, if you please stand, and we have Pastor Sid Stein here for our invocation, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
For those who find it appropriate and wish to join with me in prayer, you are welcome to do so, or just a silent reflection. God of wisdom and peace, we thank you for the privilege of citizenship and for the opportunity to gather in service to Atchison County. Guide the work of this commission and all who serve by public trust, that we act with integrity, fairness, and respect for everyone. Especially as ballots are canvassed, we pray for clarity and for unity amid our differences, and for decisions that promote the common good. Let the actions today reflect the dignity of each person, especially those who are vulnerable or whose voices are seldom heard. Grant us the courage to do what is just, the humility to listen well, and the commitment to pursue peace with our neighbors. May our county be strengthened, renewed, and held together in hope and purpose. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have public comment. Seeing none. All right, the agenda, I have one addition to the agenda. The Community Corrections Director had given us a K.S.A Division of Adult Services first quarter budget adjustment. So I will add that to the beginning. And then with that addition, I would look for a motion to approve this week's agenda.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. Okay, the consent agenda. We do not have commission meeting minutes from our last meeting, so we will not include that, but we do have finance director review.
Morning.
Right.
Morning.
So since we didn't have a meeting last week, we have two sets of expenses this time. We had payroll last week for Friday, November 7th. That was $195,182.93. The accounts payable check run for Wednesday, November 5th was $102,161.97. Out of that total, credit cards was $1,434.27. There were no negative balances on that accounts payable run. This week, there's no payroll this week. The accounts payable total for Wednesday, November 12th is $305,467.94. A large portion of that is for Bridge 290 expenses of around $170,500.
For what?
Bridge 290.
Oh. Thank you.
And then credit cards out of that total is $126.80. And again, there's no negative cash balances on this AP run.
Okay, so with that review, I would look for a motion to approve this week's consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0. All right, next is commissioner comments. Commissioner Campbell.
Since our last meeting, I've attended a few board meetings. NEK Area Aging or Agency on Aging, our JCAB meeting. Also attended a crossover workshop orientation and an emergency management board meeting. I'd just like to comment. We've had the election and I just want to thank our clerk's office for doing a wonderful job and all the volunteers that helped at the polling locations and anybody that lent a hand in that process. I think it, from an outsider's point of view, I think it went really well. And that's just my opinion, but kudos to the clerk's office and the staff. And then tomorrow's Veterans Day. And so I would, I won't speak on behalf of all veterans, just myself. And I would say just be thankful for what we have. And if you see a vet, thank them for their service.
Commissioner Knoll?
I had a K.S.A meeting at Troy Thursday, Will attended. Finally got to meet our Deanna Lamb, so it was nice to see her. We talked with her. And then I have a kneecap meeting this Thursday at Hiawatha. I think we start at 5:30, so that's an early one. Of course, that's dealing with Head Start and that, and with the budget shutdown, it might be a long meeting. So that's could be a very interesting meeting. That's all I have.
Okay. Yes, I also wanted to comment on the election, and just the consolidation of polling locations. We had such an incredible turnout and so much feedback. I started from the morning and back and forth, bopping around, getting feedback. And the clerk in your office, the girls in your office were incredible. I would call with questions. They'd always have the answers. All the election poll workers were upbeat and just, it was wonderful. It was really wonderful. The feedback I received from people after they voted, hey, how did it go? And just, it was so positive. So just kudos to you, and everyone on your team for having a successful election. I had a Northeast Kansas multi-county health meeting in Hiawatha on November 3rd, and then joined the community health needs assessment. They had a Zoom meeting on November 4th that I attended as well. So that is all I have. We don't have any petitions or proclamations. First thing is the K.S.A. Division of Adult Services first quarter budget adjustment report. So I would look for a motion to allow the commission to sign, the chair to sign this on behalf of the commission. It is in the amount of $195,300, and it has already been signed off by our Corrections Advisory Board chair as well.
So move.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. There is that. Okay, so first up is the election canvas. Okay. So, not sure how you guys do this.
Do you want to go over
Yeah, if
there?
you want to sit there, yep.
Alrighty.
So thank you to Pat Henderson for looking these over and confirming the direction we should go with each one of them. I guess I probably should have made copies for everyone. This is the information
Okay.
on the turnout and so on
I'm
and so
just
forth.
gonna run a quick copy and then that way I.
These aren't on here because they're not provisional, correct? These mail-ins.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't do.
Well, I don't think we talked about it.
Well, this one, not signed, no number listed, we couldn't reach out.
Unfortunately,
This one was like not even close to signature. And I spoke with the gentleman and he's like, I probably just scribbled, if I make it in, I make it in, if not, just throw it away. So, because he called and asked him to come in and re-sign.
That's actually what the statute says to do, if you get them to come in and fix it,
Mhm.
if they can do it before the canvas, but you can't do it after the canvas.
Right.
So
Right, so,
that's exactly what the statute says to do, so.
Okay.
you've done
okay,
Packet password.
okay, so start off with a couple of these mail-in ones, which this one is, there's no name, no signature, and there was no number to be able to get a hold of the person to ask them to come in.
Okay.
So, we saying, don't count it. That one's not on the spreadsheet.
Okay,
Neither of these are because they were mail-ins, not provisionals. This is another mail-in that is, the signature did not match. We did speak with this gentleman and he was gonna try to come in, but he also was like, if something comes up and I don't make it, don't worry about it, just throw it away, type deal, so.
okay. All right,
So both of those, we were planning on
not counting.
not counting.
And do I have to reference a statute for that or just take the recommendation to not count these two ballots?
it. Yes, that's all.
Okay.
So again, those are not on this spreadsheet, this is just the provisionals.
Okay,
So do those need to be on here?
No, those
No.
are really just for our notes. as we go
Okay.
through them.
Okay,
so I'd look for a motion to not count the two ballots, per recommendation from county clerk. One, it does not have a signature and the other one, the signature does not.
So move.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
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 Okay. And then do you just want the stack to go?
Okay.
We could just kind of go, do you want to go over one by one? Is that what you guys normally do? I've never been to one of these, so.
So yes, typically we'll get like a summary of them. So there's 16 here.
There's 16.
Okay,
So number one is the voter moved from one address in Atchison County to another and had not registered.
Okay.
And the recommendation is to count it. As the statute states that if you move within the same county, haven't registered, you can vote provisionally. And you verify the prior registration and so on and so forth.
On process, do we want to vote on each single one or do we go through? I think it's for simplicity that what we've done is went through
Through them all.
and then we voted. And then if there was one that stood out and there was things,
Set it aside.
we separated it.
Yep.
That one can't, one.
Sounds
count
good to
out.
me.
okay, sorry, I was just looking at the total, so of the 16,
Mhm.
it appears you're gonna go through them, but the recommendation is there will be 13 count and 3 do not count. But we're gonna go through each one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, number two, the recommendation is not to count as the voter moved from another state, from Missouri into Kansas and did not register in Kansas.
Okay.
Number three, the recommendation is to count. It's the same as number one. They moved from one address in Atchison County to another. And verification and all that has been done. They're good. Same with number four. Is that okay, or do you want me to go into more detail again on it?
yeah, no, you're
Okay.
good.
All right, number five is, do not count, the voter is not registered. Per statute, you have to be registered. Number six is count. The voter's permanent residence may remain the same, but the temporary address was used after displacement due to a fire. Number seven is count. The voter had applied for advanced ballot but didn't receive it, so they've voted provisionally at the polling location. Number eight is count, recommended to count the voter moved from one address in Atchison County to another. Same with number 9. Number 10, the recommendation is do not count. the registration was updated on October 20th, 25. So they claim that they've registered online, but the name was not in the poll book. And we didn't have them registered. Number 11 is count. So we verified that there was a valid registration application in time for the deadline. The deadline was October 15th. The one before, the registration was updated on October 20th, which didn't meet the deadline. This one, they registered on October 10th. So that's why this one is a count and the one above, it's not.
So even based on your recommendation, it was 4 do not counts and 12 casts.
1, 2. I have 3, yeah, total 4 right now. Yep. Yep. Number 12 is the same as previous. The voter moved from one address in Atchison County to another. So we would count that one. Recommend. Number 13. This is, we would recommend count this. The voter resides within USD 377. The poll pad listed the address as being 409. That is incorrect due to a boundary or data entry error. We have looked into this further, and this is an error with our street file within our voter registration system, and have reached out to the company, and we're gonna get together and get that all cleaned up promptly. So recommend count that one. Number 14, recommend count. Again, the register, they requested an advance mail-in ballot but didn't receive it, so they voted provisionally at the polling location. Number 15 is count. The voter moved from one address in Atchison to another. And number 16 is do not count. The voter moved from another state into Kansas and had not registered. That's all we got.
Just
Questions?
go back over 10 and 11.
Okay,
The 10 is a do not, is that what it is?
correct,
Okay, let me write that.
correct.
And then you did go ahead and count.
And then 11 is count. So when we went in and double checked the registration,
Yeah, it was.
number 10, the registration was not updated by the deadline, which was October 15th.
Okay.
It was updated on October 20th, and number 11 was on October 10th. So they met the deadline.
All right.
Any other questions?
And overall, your turnout was higher than what you were anticipating.
I think we were anticipating about 1,200 and we had 1,514.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's great. All right, so based on the 16 provisional ballots, as presented by our county clerk and referencing each statute, her recommendation is 12 are counted, 4 are do not count. So I would look for a motion to approve as presented by our county clerk.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 0. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Are you planning to, are we gonna take a break now for you to go process those, or are we gonna?
Tell me.
Well,
Super.
typically that's how we've done it, unless somebody else could come cover the meeting.
Okay.
Take a recess.
Which actually, let's just do the finance directors and then we can just recess into workshop. Cause that's what we were doing anyway. So we have Mark Zeltner, Finance Director, consideration of purchase orders, abstracting for a tax sale, grading on road and bridge facility and IT services.
All right, so the first one that I've got is a purchase order to Schwab Eaton for grading and drainage for the road and bridge facilities. Location, the amount of $15,000 even. This is paid for out of the Senior Village Proceeds Fund.
What was this for?
The grading for the
Well, I
site
think it was
location.
Surveying and stuff too, and wasn't the surveying and stuff getting ready for,
Grading and
Yeah.
drainage.
It was just to get the site, the pad ready to
well,
go.
we were, Joe was, getting ready to do that. This is like the pre-work, the. Just said the word. Surveying and that prep before they actually, and then we stopped from actually doing it. This is like
Right.
the
That's-
preemptive.
I think you're right. It's this.
I thought the last one we approved was the stop, like we,
Well, I don't, Susan, are you able to pull up the agreement that they signed to do the grading? It was not to exceed 15,000. You guys had already signed
the
something,
That's,
plans that we're still not gonna put out to bid is
Right.
what this is.
right? Yeah, you're still not doing any, you're not moving forward, but you already authorized this up to $15,000 to be done.
Okay,
I
so this
don't,
will just be the plan that will sit there.
Rock grading plan?
yes, yes.
So right here.
I should have had that with me.
You're
I
fine.
didn't have it.
Well, and I should have looked ahead and asked this morning, but I didn't.
Talking. That's right.
Is this something that's already been completed? Oh, so it's been completed. So we must, okay.
Yeah.
That answers
Yeah,
my
it
question.
says.
Because you guys already signed the agreement.
Okay,
It was already
Okay.
done.
so this has been completed, so I would look for a motion to approve the purchase order for the grading and drainage for road and bridge facility to Schwab Eaton for $15,000. I'll second, moving and seconded, all those in favor say aye. Aye, all opposed, same sign.
All right,
Passes the one.
We could just put that with that
Mhm.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
and is that it then?
No, there's one more. There's one more invoice left from BG Consultants for $4,904. That's part of that professional engineering to get it all done
And then,
before you put it out to bid, and then that would be it.
Did that
and
pass?
when we're done
I
paying,
should sign it.
you will
Okay,
receive
you
the
need to
final
sign that?
packet
No.
of bid documents.
Yes.
Of
Did it, 'cause
what
I was listening to
it
them.
is.
Gotcha.
Okay, I just want to make sure we get what we're paying for of having the file, even though we're not putting it
We're
out.
not
to
gonna do
bid.
it, right? We would
We
still
want
have it to do
we
later.
want it. Okay,
Yes, so then that would complete what you've already allocated to
I signed
spend.
it before I realized that, because I was listening and
And then there would be no more funds left in this 197 because it's currently tied up in a CD right now, which will mature November 26th. Then you guys would need to decide if you want to put that back, or do we want Connie to put it back into the county, mix. I think that you guys should put it back in a CD for another 90 days. Because that'll get us through the end of
Thank you.
March, essentially. Then you can figure out what you want to do with its springtime, and
and the rate still.
the rates are still the same
Good.
right now, so. But we'll get all that and we can
Yep,
approve it or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, the second thing I have is a purchase order to O'Keefe Wilson Abstracting for 95 parcels of abstracting for the tax sale in the amount of $11,875. This is a invoice that Pat had give me last week, and I just got it in for this week. And it's paid out of the county councilor budget this year, but next year we moved it to be paid out of the county general, so it's just easier to handle. But
can I talk through to better understand the timeline of what this looks like. So this is for the 2026 tax sale, and currently there's 95 parcels that we're anticipating to be part of the tax.
There's a few more than that, because there were some that were removed from the last sale for one reason or another that will, like for no service or something,
Okay.
but, yes.
And then this list would also, if we rewind a few couple months when it was published in the paper of past due. So I guess collection efforts have happened, so we don't pay for abstracting with then say 30 fall off. I just want to make sure that,
Yeah, well, we check them. I run a report. And set it for a specific day of what taxes are on. So if there were taxes that were paid, they would be taken off the list.
okay,
Now, I don't. We could probably figure out how many fell off, but yeah, we definitely check to make sure that if they pay, and we'll check again before the file.
awesome. And I see that they charge us a per parcel rate. That's good too. So it could adjust. This is worst case scenario of authorization.
No, these have already been done.
These have been done.
Yeah, we have, we made we signed a contract 6-8 weeks ago, maybe, and determined the price and whatnot. And so they've done the work, they delivered last week, the address.
Okay. Can you send us a list of these parcels just so we can see what will be on there?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'd look for a motion to, any other questions on that? To approve the purchase order as presented by our finance director for 95 parcels abstracting for our 2026 tax sale in the amount of $11,875. This will be paid to O'Keefe Wilson Abstracting out of the county general county councilor tax sale.
So second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0.
Okay, so the last one that I have is a purchase order out of the IT department to Converge One. Last time I talked about this, I mentioned that we may come and have other purchase orders, so I'm doing some sort of tracking system to figure out what time we pay things, at what time of the year, how much they are, and just tracking them. So this one is something a little different, but it's what Scott talked to you guys about earlier this year, and budgeting for it in 26 was changing from a business standard to a premium service. After we went through our security incident, he said it would be upwards of 30,000 extra to budget in 26, so we did that. This invoice, because we changed mid-year from this lower security risk to a better enhanced security risk portfolio, we have to pay that difference, the services that we used. So
For the upgrade.
right, this is called a uplift, basically upgrade for partial 2025 to gain additional security and risk reduction out of our Microsoft environment. The full renewal will be in December for 2026, but this amount for $6,147.60 is for 2025 to get us in better security compliance, based on the security risks that was found out when we went through that Crow company when we had our incident. So this is out of the IT budget for $6,147.60 to Converge One.
Is the budget able to handle that?
It is.
This was not a
It is.
scheduled
Yes,
expense.
right. So pretty much why it's able to handle it is because Some of the money that we got back to handle the security incident covers that. That what we budgeted for next year. I don't know how to exactly say it, but the money that we recouped from the incident covers that to satisfy the need to make it better,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
So I'd look for a motion to approve the purchase order as presented by our finance director to Converge One out of the IT budget for $6,147.60.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Moved in. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, just two unfinished business items, project concern MOU. Eric, we're waiting on their meeting, correct?
Yes, as far as I know, that is the only, I haven't had any indication of when the next meeting is. So Susan, are you going to? Okay.
Looks like they are waiting on updated changes
From us?
from
I thought we said the last.
Pat and Jamie. For their last meeting.
At their last meeting, yes, but then we made changes and sent them back.
They should have received those.
Who is that email from?
Jeff, I'll reply and bring you in.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Okay, so we're working on that. And then Leavenworth County Administrator had a delay on getting that to the commissioners, is that correct? And,
The Leavenworth County Counselor
Counselor,
was
sorry,
gone, and so, but it's scheduled for them to discuss it at their meeting this week.
awesome. Okay. All right, and no need for executive session. So with that, I would look for a motion to recess into workshop.
So
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0. We will recess. And then come back with the final. All right, we are back in open session and the clerk has just handed me the official election results for the 2025 general election that happened on November 4th. All races remain the same from the unofficial result winners. The totals just adjusted a bit. So with that, I would look for a motion to adopt and approve the official election results from the 2025 general election.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. These have been adopted 3-0 and will be published on our website and social media. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Thank you for that. And let's
sign.
Okay, thank you.
Go back and see if we did the last election on wording and send it to you and see if you want to update it.
All right, with that, I would look for a motion to adjourn into workshop.
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0.